Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Alan here. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Tag Tuesday. You know, one of my favorite things about Tag Tuesday for me, I live on the West Coast, so I can wait to the last minute to do this. And it's still Tuesday. So I can't find who originated this tag, or I would have listed them below. And I was not tagged by anyone, so I don't have anyone to list there. And I don't know if I'm going to be tagging people, but I am going to get into the tag. I saw Raz's tag and really enjoyed it. My friend over in England, Raz. And also my Monday night partner, live show Monday nights, Greg at Another Bibliophile reads. So I got a bunch of books to hold up for you. And I refer you back to those channels because I don't type out the prompts with my thumbs. I'll verbalize them. So prompt 1, the best book you've read so far. I've got 2, and they are The Only Good Indians. This is a terrific book. Released in 2021. I can't wait for the movie. And, this line comes from The Only Good Indians there is a dead Indian. And then I also read, it was on my bucket list, War and Peace. And I got through it in 5 weeks without really trying. I was totally enthralled by this book. I don't know why I waited so long to read it, or I just adored that book, and I'm going to be rereading that January as well. Best sequel you've read so far is, I just got finished with it just a week ago, is Ken Follett's A Column of Fire, book 4 in the King's Bridge series. And I have a buddy reading partner there. We've read a couple in the series together, and that's Jeremy Fee. More on him later. 3, a new release you haven't read yet but want to. Okay, the 5th book in the King's Bridge series is The Armor of Light. It comes out in September, so we're going to be reading that. And also, there's a Matthew Scudder book out called the Autobiography of Matthew Scudder by Lawrence Black. I met him a couple times in Scottsdale at the Poison Pen bookstore. And I just love his writing, crime fiction. 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I don't really have one. 5, biggest disappointment. It was kind of hard for me because I kind of plan out my reading. I do a lot of buddy reads, and those are usually recommendations on books and things like that. So they're usually good books. But I disliked Matthew Perry's memoir, where he talks about his drug addiction and alcohol days. I just didn't like it. Anyway. 6, biggest surprise. Oh, I also have The Scarlet Gospels by Clive Barker. I read that in May for #Horror Mayhem. I didn't like that either. That's a sequel to Hellraiser. Pinhead, you don't say his name. Anyway, biggest surprise. Let's see. I got that somewhere. Where is it? Yes. biggest surprise was the tattooist of Auschwitz blew me away. True story, pictures to prove it. Seven, favorite new author or debut to you. And I put this woman, Olga Tokarczuk. I'm sorry, butchered her name. Now, I read this last year, and I read this year, but he read again with Sina over at Beating Around the Books. We read a, Boneyard. I want to say A Ticket to the Boneyard, but that's a Matthew Scudder book. Oh my God. What's the book? Oh, come on, man. You guys know what I mean. The Boneyard book. I really like her writing and would like to read more. 8, newest fictional crush. And I have, can I find the book? Oh, Lord. That's not it. Where's the book? Oh, it's way over there. 1984. Julia in 1984. Hubba hubba. Okay. Newest favorite character. I'm going to go with Pierre from War and Peace. Very intriguing. You follow his life throughout the book. And join us in January. 10. Book that made you cry or the saddest book of the year. Lonesome Dove. It was a reread for me with MJ. And we did that on her Discord. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have reread it. I met Larry McMurtry as well at the Mesa bookstore. It's all in the 90s. A book that made you happy. The Illuminatus trilogy. My buddy read this with Jason Harrigan. And we were going to do a live thing, and we still might. Life got in the way over in Shannon, Ireland. Favorite book to film adaptation you saw this year? I haven't seen any movies this year. Favorite review you've written this year for BookTube? I like my series of reviews on Paradise Lost again. And I have a link below to my War and Peace. I have a link below to my War and Peace playlist for those who care to take it on. Most beautiful book you've bought this year or received. Now I bought this one. Look at this beautiful book. Hell yeah. Graphic novel of James Joyce's life. And also I received this book. Beautiful cover. Look at that. My friend Fee, Jeremy Fee. This is the Half Human Heroes anthology that I'm getting through. And I'm liking a lot of the stories in this. What books you need to read by the end of the year? So I'm in gives me a chance to publicize my Faulkner and August 5th year. Me with the co-creator Brian at Bookish and other co-hosts are reading Epsilon. I call it a sequel to The Sound and the Fury because Quentin Compson appears in it. And he's back from the dead. Faulkner brings him back. Anyway, there's a nutty old aunt in the attic type gothic thing. So join us in August. Hit me up on Voxer because we're also doing The Sirens of Titan by Kurt Vonnegut. And we also have a Vonnegut group We're reading all Vonnegut in chronological order, and we're doing that quarterly, so 4 novels a year. And the next one will be in August too, Sirens of Titan. I've never read that one. And Greg, another bibliophile, also helps me out with that. And Stephanie Cohen is my Vonnegut buddy reading partner. We started this about a couple of years ago at least, huh, Stephanie? All right. That's it. I'm not going to tag anyone. If you're watching this, you're automatically tagged. Or if you want to do it, do it. I thought it'd be a hard tag, but it's not hard. It's pretty easy. So thanks. And I'll talk to you later.